when people start to dismantle the false self, when people start to say no, when people start to disappoint people that they love, tell the truth finally, all these types of things, people suffer as they do that. So initially, I just want to say, it gets worse before it gets better, but it will get better. And so I'm asking people to really operate from their true self, knowing fully that that particular experience is very, very heroic work to find where you're in the false self, dismantle it, and moving forward. It's powerful. It really is. I write about it extensively in both my books. Find Your Self-Culture, Moving from Depression and Anxiety is the first book, and the second book is Connecting, Rewire Your Relationship Culture, where I also delve deeply into, when people make choices like, marrying people from their false self, or, and then they end up in a marriage where it's like, what am I doing here? And not only that, we have nothing in common, and not only that, I did this because my parents want it, my this want it, my that want it, but I didn't want it. And then they end up in a therapist's office because they're having an affair because they don't want to be there. So it's tough, and I have immense compassion for people who come from the false self because they did it as a survival tactic, to navigate the childhood usually. But as I said in yesterday's video, the tactics that worked for your childhood don't work for your adulthood most often. The tactics that work to help you to survive that childhood don't necessarily work to in your adult life. So really go about the business of dismantling the false self and, courageously living your self-culture, your authentic, truthful self-culture, where you have your loudest voice is yours, not someone else's, where the expectations that you create for yourselves are yours, not from some other source. And it's courageous work. So I'm doing a brief video on that. You can get more information on my website. And if you're catching me here on YouTube, if this particular video is something you're watching on YouTube, make sure and subscribe to my channel. YouTube.com/AskVictoria is my channel on YouTube. So